Hello, and welcome back to the Pokemon League Challenge here at Turtle Collectibles. When we're just getting into our top 8 match with Charlie Meza versus Ashley Stelzer. So here we have two players who have made the top cut, and they are about to face off against each other. It seems that Ashley will be running a team with Gouging Fire, Dragonite, Shenpao, Zapdos, Sinistcha, and Ting-Lu, while... Sorry, that's Charlie. And Ashley will be running a team of Iron Hands, Tornadus, Farigiraf, Goldengo, Ogerpon, and Landorus. These two teams seem to have two different ideas on how to attack. It seems that Charlie is going to be more banking on some physical attacks, while Ashley will be dealing with more special damage with the Goldengo, but also have some supportive threats like Ogerpon and Landorus.
It does look like it is 50-50 on physical and special, with Farigiraf, Torn, and Goldengo being special, and Iron Hands, Ogerpon, and Landorus being physical.
I do want to point out that these two teams can actually just lead off with very good damage, with Charlie having access to Howl, Gouging Fire, and the Zapdos, Shenpao, Dragonite, while Ashley can just come out swinging with a Choice Band, Landorus, Therian, and a Goldengo with Life Orb.
There's also a Trick Room mode with the Farigiraf and Iron Hands.
Hello, Groudon. Hello, Groudon. How you doing?
Derpy.
All right, yeah, we are getting into this match, and we will be seeing the leads right now as we see Charlie lead with the Shenpao and Gouging Fire, while we have Goldengo and Iron Hands for Ashley. So this is an interesting spot because this Gouging Fire could go for Burning Bulwark, blocking a Fake Out. This Shenpao also has Turret Ghost, blocking Fake Out. So while Fake Out pressure is active for Ashley from Iron Hands, this is a bit of an odd spot. Like, do you want to risk a whiffing into a Terra Ghost or a Burning Bulwark and potentially burning the...
Yeah, if you burn yourself, it's not really... But there is a play like Shadow Ball into like the Shenpao in case they terrestrialize into Ghosts.
If you do get the Fake Out call right then, and you... actually, no, this Goldengo can't really Terra out of it. This Gouging Fire is pretty free to just go for a Heat Crash and KO this Goldengo potentially. So, because of that, we see the potential switch from Ashley, and we see this... we see the withdrawal from the Shenpao into Ting-Lu. Okay, so this lowers the special attack of all Pokemon from the field. And we see this Goldengo also get retreated into the back for a Landorus Therian. So, this is a good play from Ashley, as Intimidate lowers the attacks of both of these physical attackers, while Iron Hands has a Fake Out into a target that just switched in. So what does this Gouging Fire goes? Goes for Heat Crash. A critical hit, and Landorus goes down to 28 HP. It is not in a good spot to take another hit. That is a huge crit from Charlie's Gouging Fire, and this game has just kind of gone from somewhat even to just heavily in Charlie's favor.
Yeah, even if the Shenpao didn't switch out, Landorus would have still intimidated the two physical attackers.
Yeah, and so we see this. We see the Terra Fairy to avoid the fighting weakness immediately, but that just makes it weak to Goldengo back potentially. But if they can deal with... But here comes Breaking Swipe. Doesn't ticket the KO on the Landorus. But
another crit.
And a crit on the Iron Hands. But it doesn't do too much damage. Here comes U-Turn. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it allows for another Intimidate later on in the match.
Yeah. And also another sacrifice if something needs to switch in and take a hit.
Yep. So we see Ashley kind of weighing her options here. Here comes Goldengo. Maybe risky, but might be worth it. They've already seen the hit. Here comes Drain Punch. Not going to do a lot of damage.
That does, like, nothing.
And so we see both of these... We see Ashley in kind of an off play. Here comes Sandtomb. This Iron Hands is now trapped on the field.
And that's a decent amount of damage.
Indeed.
It's taken.
So now this is kind of an odd spot because this Golden Go can't really do a lot into this Gouging Fire. This Ting-Lu has trapped Iron Hands, who can't do a lot either. And so
the Golden Go is also Steel Terra, so it can't escape the Fire weakness.
Exactly. So this is a bit of an odd spot for Ashley, and we do see her weighing her options still. We see the potential for a Drain Punch and Gouging Fire to try and get some damage back. Here comes Howl. Ashley calls the no Heat Crash into the Golden Go. And so we see a Shadow Ball launched into the Gouging Fire. How much damage will this do? It doesn't do too much damage, but it lowers the special defense, potentially for another Shadow Ball in the future. Here comes Drain Punch. Not enough to... that probably puts it in Shadow Ball range.
That didn't
going forward.
Do that much damage considering its life orb.
Yeah, here comes Sand Tomb. Both Pokemon are now trapped on the field, and they can both get... Iron Hands isn't really doing a lot here since it can't do too much damage to the Terra Fairy Ting-Lu, and we just saw the little damage it did to Gouging Fire. So Charlie's in a very good spot here with both of his Pokemon. There's also no switch, so the Intimidate is off the table for Ashley as well. She does have this Ogerpon in the back, though, so there is that bit of good news, as that can potentially swing this game back into our favor.
The Iron Hands does have Heavy Slam, but, like, it's not going to do much to a Ting-Lu, because Ting-Lus are heavy.
Yep. Burning Bulwark.
I think we saw a Drain Punch going into that slot.
See. Make It Rain. That could potentially do a lot of damage to the Ting-Lu, but it's AV, and we have to remember that Vessel of Ruin lowering special attack, meaning it takes that pretty comfortably. A little more than I would have expected.
Because of the Life Orb, it's going to take more damage.
And a Drain Punch into the Burning Bulwark, meaning this Iron Hands is now burned for the rest of this game, and that will lower its attacking power on the field by a lot. And here comes another Sand Tomb, and Golden Go will go down to the Sand Tomb residual damage at the end of this turn.
I say it's pretty good because you get like a free switch into like an Ogerpon or something.
This is true. There is, again, that Landorus in the back can swing this game. This Iron Hands isn't really doing a lot as it's just kind of getting chipped away, but this Landorus could potentially come in and go for a huge swing. So we see, this Landorus has Earthquake. It can go for a big hit into both of these targets and potentially pick up the KO. It is Choice Band, so it will deal a lot of damage.
But it will damage your Iron Hands, but your Iron Hands
the Iron Hands isn't doing a lot, so it might be worth it to Earthquake, even if it's a sacrifice.
But Earthquake, because it's hitting more targets, it's doing less damage.
This is true. However, both of them are at mid HP, Gouging Fire and the Ting-Lu, so an Earthquake could potentially pick up the double KO if this Landorus can get it off. Landorus switches out into the Ogerpon, though. This is good because this can be good for Ashley because this thing could... here comes Breaking Swipe.
It's at the Iron Hands is -2 attack, Ogerpon's -1 attack, and the Iron Hands.
Here comes Heavy Slam, does not a lot of damage. Here comes Sand Tomb. This Iron Hands is now
gonna faint in like.
It will actually.
Now.
It will faint. It will faint because of the burn, and will faint because of the Sand Tomb. So both Golden Go and Iron Hands go down. Two of Ashley's biggest hitters, but now you can bring the Landorus back in. Get an Intimidate off. This Ogerpon is stuck at -1, though, because of the Breaking Swipe. So at this point, you kind of have to just hope that your Landorus goes first and an Earthquake goes off. However, since we saw this Gouging Fire get a speed boost from the Photosynthesis ability because of its booster energy, I don't know if this Landorus can outspeed in time for this Gouging Fire to be felled along with the Ting-Lu. So we see the potential.
You can't really Earthquake because you're gonna whittle. You're sure doing spread damage against your opponent, but you're also whittling down yourself.
You also have to remember there is a Sinistra in the back that will not take a lot from this Earthquake. So if you Earthquake and there is no switching from that, and you also have this Ogerpon that's weak to a Matcha Gotcha, this makes it really awkward. As even if you somehow get through these two, Sinister can come in and win. Yep, here's the breaking swipe. Takes out the Landers before it gets a chance. Ogerpon goes down to -2, and that should be a win for Charlie in this set.
Yeah, even if the Landers somehow survived,
yeah,
both of them are not good against Sinistra. We saw Landers try to lock into Stomping Tantrum, and both ground, water, and grass are not good against the grass-type Sinistra in the back.
And now this is kind of Ogerpon against the world, as we see Ashley probably taking her time to consider what are some potential lines she can take to avoid this scenario in Game 2. Yeah, here comes Burning Bulwark. I mean, at this point, it's just,
I don't think Ivy Cudgel's a contact move.
It won't. It's not. I think this combo of these two Pokemon, though, can just be enough to take this Ogerpon down. So, yeah, Ashley at this point taking her time to see some calcs, maybe consider another game plan, because to just try and avoid a Game 1 scenario like this. So, what are some lines you're thinking that Ashley can take to take Game 2?
I mean, I definitely think, like, bringing in Landorus and then just immediately switching it out is probably you're wasting a turn with one of your Pokemon. You could have done like more damage with like more damage with like some Stomping Tantrums, or maybe if you Terra, you can use Terrifying Terra Blast. But because of the Gouging Fire, Gouging Fire's really hard to get rid of, and also because of the speed booster energy, Breaking Swipe is gonna whittle you down and lower your attacking power.
I think one big thing for Charlie, though, was that crit in the beginning of the game against the Landorus, because I think if Landorus was just at a little bit higher HP, there was a chance for Ashley to come back. Because of that early crit turn 1, there wasn't really a lot she could do to keep that Landorus safe from being knocked out later in the game.
It was also intimidated, so the crit also really mattered, ignoring the critical hit.
I kind of want to see this Landorus do some more attacking, though, because it is the one Pokemon, alongside Tornadus, on Ashley's side that can't be trapped in by Sandtomb, and I think that kind of freedom of switching defensively can really swing this in her favor, because part of the problem last game was Charlie was just able to Sandtomb, now you can't escape, and now I can kind of just do whatever I want without much threat, especially with the breaking swipes as well, lowering attack. So
if Charlie does lead with Torn Lando, you can spam Earthquake Tailwind, and also the only Pokemon that are immune to Earthquake are the Zapdos and Dragonite. Mm-hmm. We might as well count Sinistra, because Sinistra doesn't really take much. Both the Zapdos and Sinistra are really weak to the Tornadus.
Yep. So I think I did like the idea from Ashley in the beginning with
but if you do
Golden Goat, like potential to set up Nastupon and just start sweeping. But alrighty. But yeah. And then obviously Gouging Fire kind of just ruins fun. And here we go. Game 2, we have Gouging Fire and Dragonite for Charlie, while we have Ogerpon and Iron Hands on the side of Ashley. And we see this Gouging Fire get its booster energy speed boost. So
it's now the fastest thing on the field.
Indeed. And so now we're kind of in the same situation. This Dragonite is inner focus, so it can't be faked out, and Gouging Fire can go for a Burning Bulwark.
You don't really want to fake out into the Gouging Fire, because...
But the Terra Fire from the Iron Hands could prevent the burn and then save it from that.
Oh, that is true, but, yeah.
And here comes Landorus. The Intimidate won't do anything to Dragonite because of the aforementioned inner focus.
Yeah, it prevents Fake Out and Intimidate.
So we see a bit of a different angle, though. So here we see the Terra Fire to try and mitigate as much damage from this gouging fire as much as possible, preventing like a heat crash or something.
Both these,
or to stop a burn. Here comes Spiky Shield.
both these Pokemon in the front are, if they use Breaking Swipe, they're just gonna let, their attack is gonna be weakened. We do see Gouging Fire take a bit of chip because it attacked into the Ogerpon Spiky Shield.
We see Scale Shot go into the Spiky Shield as well. And what does this Iron Hand? It goes for the Wild Charge. How much does this do? It does about 1/3 at -1. So even if it takes another Breaking Swipe, it will still deal good damage.
If it takes another Breaking Swipe, I think you need at least a critical hit to take it out now, or you're gonna have to like try to whittle it down.
And I think that, let's see, we see the consideration of Golden Go. I do like the idea of Golden Go switching in for Iron Hands because you don't really want to heat crash into the heavy fire type target. But yeah, so we see the switch from Iron Hands, and we see Golden Go switch in for Iron Hands. I do like this switch because this is, yeah, and here's the protect from Dragonite.
If they somehow get rid of the Golden Go doesn't, if you, Golden Go against Dragonite is pretty good because the moves that Dragonite have are Scale Shot, Iron Hand, and Extreme Speed, which are not really good against the Gouging Fire.
We did see Ogerpon just use Ivy Cudgel into the Gouging Fire for some pretty good damage. And now this is kind of an awkward spot for Golden Go because Heat Crash is always an option to KO the Golden Go. But as we saw Game 1, the Heat Charlie never really went for Heat Crash into the Golden Go. I wonder if that's going to change this game. But maybe because of that, Ashley feels a little more comfortable, you know, maybe just using an attack with Golden Go instead of just having to protect defensively and switch into something. But the Follow Me prevents any Heat Crashes from going into this Golden Go. This Golden Go will live on no matter what happens. And yep, there's the Heat Crash into the Ogerpon. It does considerable damage. Here comes Shadow Ball. Will this be enough with the Life Orb? Not quite. Not quite enough with the Shadow Ball. Here comes Scale Shot. 1, 2, it does not miss. This will KO with only 3. And now this is in...
Even with the Life Orb, it did not KO that Dragonite.
If it KO'd the Dragonite, then that would have really forced some awkward decision-making from Charlie, as you either bring in the Ting Lu, which your Iron Hands does pretty well against, or you bring in the Sinistcha, which Golden Go does well against, but...
There is Terra on the table, so for
Charlie.
Yeah, for Charlie there is and also a Gouging Fire can always just go for and how to mitigate the Intimidate.
So we see the potential for a switch into Iron Hands to try to, you know, get this Golden Go, keep this Golden Go safe, and try and use it for the remainder of this game. Let's see what Charlie goes for. I am seeing the potential for a Heat Crash into the Golden Go just to pick up the KO, but I'm also seeing maybe he wants to simulate Game 1. Maybe he wants to just get that crit on the Landorus potentially, or double into it. This Dragonite does have a decent way to hit this Landorus in the form of Iron Head. It could go for a flinch because it is faster now with all the Scale Shots it's used. It's now at +2. We see a Howl to get rid of the Intimidate. Here comes Scale Shot. Oh, that does so much damage. 1, 2, 3. If it's 5, it might be enough. 4. If it's 5, it is! Landorus goes down. We see Charlie do a little bit of a cheer, and now this Iron Hands and I growled on. This Iron Hands and Golden Go is now at the mercy of the rest of Charlie's team. Ting Lu can take out Golden Go and Iron Hands. Gouging Fire can also take out Golden Go. So this is looking a little bit dire for Ashley.
Dragonite just lived on the slimmest of health.
Dragonite took an inch and then turned it into a mile with that just clutch survival from the Golden Go Shadow Ball.
If it was Make It Rain, it could have KO'd, but it was also hitting Gouging Fire, so it would... So, it was also doing a bit less damage. It kind of depends. I don't know how, like, the...
We do see some consideration. We see a Make It Rain. Burning Bulwark comes out to protect this Gouging Fire from any potential stray attacks from a Fake Out plus double up maybe. But with the Burning Bulwark, that's no longer an option. Here comes a Protect from Dragonite 2 to prevent Fake Out from KOing it. And as this goes on...
Dragonite's also really strong. Its attack is really high, so...
Indeed.
It can still do a bit of chunky bit of damage to the Goldengo, so even though it resists all of its moves.
And as Fake Out comes out, we see Ashley's options kind of dwindling as Fake Out pressure is no longer online. I think at this point you need to just kind of hope that you can maybe get through this with a crit, or you can maybe, you know, take this Dragonite out and then somehow work your way out from there. But this Gouging Fire still has not switched out, meaning it still has the speed boost from all way back in turn 1. So I don't know if there is much that can be done at this point to save this position. Here comes Heat Crash out from the Gouging Fire into the Golden Go. That's going to be a KO.
I'm surprised that the Gouging Fire outspread the Dragonite, considering that Dragonite got 2 Scale Shot boosts, and now it's going to get...
Scale Shot misses. What does this... And Dragonite goes down finally. The last inch it had, it turned it into a mile. It took 2 huge KOs for Charlie. It's done its job, even if it did miss that last one. We can just scratch that from the record. Dragonite did an amazing job. No need to question it any further. And here comes Ting-Lu. I think
I think this is over because, like, Ting-Lu can terrestrialize, which will make it... Yeah, we see a terrestrialization.
There's the Terra Fairy. And with that, I don't think there's much to be done. Heavy Slam, we saw, did not do great damage into this Ting-Lu, so...
It was mainly because, like, it was burnt, -2 attack.
That's true.
And now it's gonna be -1.
There's -1. Here comes a Drain Punch. Does not do a lot with the Gouging Fire. I think this might just be it. This Iron Hands will keep fighting on, though. Here comes Sand Tomb, though. Does decent damage for it being such a weak move, and now the residual damage will start building up.
Yeah, it does. It does a set amount of damage. It does like 1/16 of your HP. So it.
And here comes Howl to really get this Ting-Lu to start dealing a ton of damage. Heavy Slam comes out. Does not do a lot of damage. This Ting-Lu keeps using Sand Tomb. 42 HP left on the Iron Hands. I mean, this set was just amazing.
Yeah.
From both sides. Charlie, though.
Iron Hands is not going to outspeed this.
And Breaking Swipe will do the final 12 HP. And Charlie advances into the top 4 here at Psycho Turtle. I just really liked how Charlie was able to just get a read on the leads, prevent a lot of the damage coming out from Ashley's side. Like, we saw the Golden Go stop from going for damage because of a risk of getting Heat Crashed immediately. We also saw the Gouging Fire stop the Landorus from doing a ton of damage because of Breaking Swipe. We also saw that against the Ogerpon. Just really well played from both sides, though, as we saw Ashley really go for any and all outs that she could. Like, an Ivy Cudgel crit could have just turned that game around instantly.
Ivy Cudgel does have a heightened crit chance, so it is 1 in 16 if you use Ivy Cudgel, so it does have a higher chance of critical hitting. And also, not leading Goldengo in that second game is pretty useful, is good and bad, depending how you look at it, because Goldengo is really good against Dragonite, but it's also bad against
the Gouging Fire.
Yeah, because the Gouging Fire guaranteed outspeed. But there's also Ogerpon that can always just use Follow Me to avoid the Heat Crash, but Ogerpon's also gonna take a Scale Shot, so it's most likely gonna faint, and if you just bring a team member just to faint, it's not good.
Huge props to both players. That is a small amount of championship points for making top 8, and we will see you again for the top 4 match coming up soon.